My life is an emotional roller coaster now, as there are things that are happening every single day, the things that I sometimes don't say or don't show. Every day is full of me making decisions and solving different problems, both in my life and in my garden. Let's start from the moment we left off. The end of May and the beginning of June are dedicated to planting everything into the open and finally giving plants that space they were craving for, fresh air and plenty of sunshine. That is the period when they struggle for most of the time getting adapted to these sudden climatic changes. What is the most interesting thing that I've noticed is that putting grass as a mulch on the soil really helped the plants get adapted quicker. Tomatoes went first into the open as we had plenty of them. Eggplants and peppers were planted when the weather stabilized and there wasn't any threat of returning frosts. Every single year we try really hard to cut down on different varieties of plants that we sow, but everything is in vain. We literally had no space for all of the plants this year. Preparing that much soil was also very hard. As the grass was shooting faster than anything else, we decided to mulch tomatoes, peppers and eggplants. This spring was really wet, that's why juicy grass was in abundance. Of course, when you look at it, everything seems like a mixture. But I think that at the end of the summer, it will be a very pleasant picture. What I really enjoy doing this year is actually looking at how onion is growing. It really loved the soil that we prepared for it and was growing insanely beautiful. I'm not a big fan of onion, but my mom is, and she's so chuffed when she's looking at it. Another marvel is garlic. It is the most beautiful and pompous plant in our plot right now. The quality of the soil indeed determines the way plants look. That's why my polytunnel is a disaster. I think I figured out what the problem was with it. The fact is I made a mistake and I've put fresh manure into the soil, and immediately after that I planted everything. Then the polytunnel was flooded and it caused the spread of fungi. We immediately lost cabbage, radish and cucumbers there. Eggplants, tomatoes and peppers were struggling for their life, and they still are, but they're feeling better, though I think that these conditions had a profound effect on all of them, and I'm not sure that they will be vigorous this year in the polytunnel, which is a huge disappointment since I really wanted to have this beautiful picture everyone has. I finally removed the trench for the grapes because literally almost everyone warned me about the danger of the material from which I made it. And we constructed this to hold the grape, and actually I really love it. First of all, for the beauty of it, and secondly, the trench also caused the spread of fungi, preventing sun and air getting to the bottom part of the grape. Now it's a lot better, and I feel that the grapes are thankful for this change. Potatoes are as vigorous as onions and garlic. Again, because of the quality of the soil, we prepared it according to the same method. Flower beds are such a treat for the eyes. Hostas are growing so strong in the spot that I've chosen for them. They seem to love it and no one is bothering them. That is the plant that my godmother gave us. I suppose it's a magnolia vine, and the color of the leaves stands out from the rest of the plants. Have I ever told you that I adore peonies? I love the way they bloom and I love just the colors of them. The blossom of peonies is a blessing for eyes. They're so different, and by the way, aunts love them as well. My godmother really contributed to our flower garden as she gave different varieties of iris. They're so strange and a little bit awkward, but they're like a canvas on which you put different colors. And coming to the novelties of this year, it is the first time when I planted peanut. I've never done it before. And actually, it's not common in our area to plant it. Do you plant peanuts, by the way? Are there any specific things that a gardener should know when planting it? And just like clockwork, we are having first strawberries. I adore them. This year, the berries are bigger and they seem like a masterpiece. By the way, we always cover the patches with the net from the birds because the birds are always so sneaky to steal the berries from us. And the nets do work for strawberries and for lots of bushes. And the update on fig, which is insane with its growth. I also used fungicide for it because it's the first time when figs are growing in the wild, so who knows. In the previous video I told you that out of 3 only 2 figs survived in the trench, but there is a small surprise, the third one is appearing from the root. I think that figs have 9 lives. The walnuts are visible as well, despite the fact that our walnut tree is a bit sick. For the first time, there was an insane buzzing of the bees around it. Pears are appearing as well, but I don't suppose that all of them will remain till the very end, since the tree always knows its limit. And the apple tree damaged by the hare is actually alive and breathing. It has so many apples in it and it's growing faster than anything else. As for the cuts from the hare, they are actually healing nicely. And last but not least, look at that, baby stalks. I'm still not sure about the quantity of them. As a way of getting back into shape, I decided to have rides in the forests. I loved riding a bicycle when I was a child, and adult life pretty much took a lot of free time. And this year it's like getting back into that merry state of riding a bike. It turns out to be really challenging to ride a bike, not on the highway but in the forest. But the best part of it is finding the spots that I may have never found if not for the rides. Now 20-30 kilometers a day is my norm and I'm thinking of increasing this amount. As for the wild animals that I saw, there was only the hedgehog, and that's okay for me because sometimes I'm a little bit scared of wildlife. These rides became my relaxation, really. And I'm always looking forward to having a ride in the forest if I'm not too tired and worn out after my garden works. So far, the first half of June is really active. Thank you for all different stories that you share with me and for endless amount of support. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.